Hello everybody, welcome back to Fixing It Blind. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We have got a trail camera we're going to look at, something we wanted for the backyard to kind of get pictures of deer and such. This one here is a Suntekcam, that's the brand, and it is the HC810 series. This one is 4G, so you can use it with most carriers, and we'll go over that in a separate video on how to set that up, because it's not the hardest thing, but it's not easy. You got to use a computer and program it in. But first off, we'll open her up here. And you got a nice little LCD screen. Right here is where your batteries go. It does take 8 AA's. You can also power it by 12 volts through this plug here. If you have a supply or a solar panel set up for it, that would work as well. It comes with this strap, and this strap is used to strap it to a tree, or whatever, if you're going to strap it to a pole or anywhere you got traffic. You also have this mount here, and this mount lets you permanently mount it to a surface. So you would screw this on here with these 3 screws, and then this one in the center you put through here, and then put one of the nuts on the back, tighten it down. And you can use these clamps to adjust it to how to where you want it. And it goes right here in this standard screw here. Some things that come included in the packaging are you get tweezers for dealing with the SD cards, because they're kind of down in here. They're a little bit of a pain to get at that in the SIM card. You get the bracket for the permanent mount. You get the strap. You get the owner's manual and user manual, and I recommend you definitely want to keep this because there's a lot of information on how to set up the 4G in it. And then here's the box that it all comes in. Now, some features of this camera. One, it's 4G capable. So you got the antenna up here, okay, and that just threads on, threads off. So when you're storing it, you can take it off so you don't break it off. You put the antenna back on when you want to use it. And it's got a 20 megapixel camera. It's got 3 infrared sensors, or the motion sensors. So it's not just straight out. It tries to get the movement before it gets in front of the camera. Now, one thing this camera has is it's got a 120-degree angle lens, so it's not as wide as some other ones. So you got to remember that when you're setting it up. So you want to keep it a little bit farther, so if you got some bait out there, some corn or some seeds or whatever, put the camera farther back, okay, because that's going to get you the best picture. The picture quality on this is very, very good. It's one of the best ones I've seen in trail cameras. Some things on how to set it up here is your micro SD card goes in here, okay, and it's just your standard micro SD card. It comes with a 16 gig card, and it's not the highest quality card, but it works. It's good enough to do the job. One thing that this camera also comes with is that this records audio too. So when it's doing the video and pictures, it gives you the audio. So if you can hear animals eating or anything that's nearby. And up here, I've got the battery tray. It does take 8 AA's. And so I've had this out in the woods for the past week, and my battery still shows that it's full. One thing that the manufacturer does say is, here's your on-off switch, okay? Don't go straight over to on, okay? You got to go from off, slide it over to the middle, which puts it into test mode, and you'll see it'll power up. And then this is also where you get all your settings. But then if you already got your settings in here, you just take it and push it over one more, close the lid, and away you go. Just let it sit. If you have a SIM card in it, a capable SIM card for it, it'll just email you or text message you the pictures and videos. Plus there's some commands in here that we'll go over here in a little bit on things like you can tell it to take a picture and send it to you. You can see the battery indicator and everything on it. Now, as far as the menu goes, we've got things like the resolution we can set. We can go all the way down to 12 or as high as 20. Personally, I prefer the higher for video or for picture quality. Sequences. You can choose a single picture, 3 pictures, 6 pictures, 9 pictures, etc. One thing you got to keep in mind, if you have this set so that it takes pictures and videos, it's going to do the pictures first and take the video after. Okay, and then you'll also have a setting for how long between pictures. So if you have 1 second in between and you got it at 9 pictures, that's going to be 8 extra seconds between each pictures before the video starts. So you might actually miss the subject that's, if it's just walking past. So I usually set it around 3, and then I hit OK, and that saves it. You can set the ISO, okay? I just leave it on auto. Seems to work pretty well. And then delay, this is where I was talking about. I have it on 1 second between pictures, so that way if something's running by, it should be able to catch it. But you can set it up as far as 30 seconds in between pictures. Okay, and then we have a camera ID. Okay, I just have this one as all zeros, but you can set it to whatever you want, and it's alphanumeric. Okay, the next menu that we'll go to is going to be the video menu. That's this one here. And you can go down, you can change the resolution. You can do VGA, you can do 720, or you can do 1080. I prefer 1080, best picture quality. You can set the video length anywhere from 5 seconds all the way to 60 seconds, or sorry, 90 seconds. I generally leave it at 60 seconds. And then you can turn it so that it records audio or it does not record audio. I leave it on because it's kind of cool to hear the animals. So we'll back out of this, and then we'll go to your mode here, and you can set the mode. Okay, now the mode is, we can set it to just camera, we can do just video, or we can do video and camera, or sorry, camera and video, and that's the order that it's going to do it in. It's going to take the pictures with the delay in between each picture and then start the video. They don't do it both at the same time. And then you can set it at a time lapse. I haven't done time lapse yet. I'm going to try it out, but there are quite a few settings in there that you can do as well. So I just leave it here on camera and video. And then we've got under here, this is your MMS information. So if you want to have it send text messages, you can turn it off and on in here. But to actually set it up to use on, like, say, Verizon or AT&T, you have to set it up using the computer. Okay, and you can tell it which image size you want it to be. Small, normal, big. I kind of leave it on normal. Kind of save some data because these plans are data limited. Right here, it'll tell you the phone numbers you have and the emails that you have set up on it. I'm not going to show you that because my personal information is there. And then over here is how you can set it up so that it sends it through email only. Okay, so then it'll set it up so that it's emailing you every time, and you can set that up and link it to your Gmail accounts, your Yahoo accounts. Any email any email service that offers SMTP information that you can get. And then right here, you have FTP. So if you have your own server set up or set it up on your computer, you can actually have it so it takes the photos and uploads them directly to your server. And that information you have to set up on the computer as well. And then here, again, you decide the image size, and this is your email information. Other than that, everything else is pretty basic. You can replay the videos on here. You can tell it to manually take a picture. You can tell it to manually take a video. And then if we wanted to arm it, so like, let's say we got our settings set up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut it off. We're going to bring it out to the tree. You get it all strapped up to a tree and turn it back on to test, okay, till it boots up, and then slide it one more over to on, okay. And then what you'll do is you'll just close this and latch it, and now it's rainproof, so if you get, leave it out in the storm, it's perfectly fine. Right now it's actually taking pictures. That's what that red light was. So we're going to go ahead and shut her off here. All right. Now it is made out of plastic. Okay, most of them are. It seems like it's an ABS plastic. It seems pretty durable. I haven't dropped it or anything. Um, and you just basically, so to strap it to a tree, use your strap here, and you loop it through one of these, and then up and then back through the other way. You'd wrap it around the tree, and it's really simple. It's just your standard pull strap. You squeeze the lever in, okay, and then feed the belt through the bottom of it and out through the top, okay. And what that's going to do, it's going to allow you to pull it tight and cinch it on the tree, but then it won't pull back because these teeth are going to bite into it. Works really well. We had some 60-mile-an-hour winds, and it held up great. It didn't even didn't come loose on the tree or anything. The other mounting option is to use this 1/4-20, which is your standard tripod mount screw, and it goes, you can thread this in there and mount this to, let's say, a wall or a fence, or even a tree that you just know you have a lot of traffic by. And then you take this nut off, you leave one on, and you take one off, you feed it through there, tighten her up, and obviously use a wrench, okay? I'm not using it this way, but use a wrench, cinch her down, and then you got these little thumb screws, okay? So you can take it and angle it whatever. No, it's got the 120-degree of detection, okay? I don't think that's the field of view. Yeah, no, that's the detection angle. The field of view is a little narrower than most other trail cams that I've used. Still plenty wide, and it's really nice. Like it's really high quality. It is waterproof IP66, which is basically just like weatherproof. You can't submerge it. You can have up to a 64 gig memory card, SD card, and the trigger time is pretty quick. It's 0.3 seconds. I haven't had any issues with missing anything. I personally haven't caught any animals on it yet. I haven't found that sweet spot yet where to put it. But I did catch my kids out playing in the woods, which I'll show you some pictures of that. Probably insert it right here. Quality of this is really good. It seems like it's pretty tough. I like that the hinges are reinforced. Another thing that it does have, so if you wanted to power it externally, there's a cord slot here so that it doesn't pull back out. You can put it up here and it'll just hold that cord so it holds it in, and so something doesn't snag it and pull it out. But yeah, the picture quality on this thing is pretty awesome. It's better than any trail camera that I've used. Okay, and I've used quite a few, but this one definitely is really well. I would definitely buy this again, and I actually am thinking about picking up maybe a second one, so I can put in 2 different areas at the same time. Once I get a SIM card for this, I will do another video on how to set up the SIM card, and also how you can set up the rest of the camera online, or not online, but on the computer, upload it into here, and then away you go. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, leave a comment below if you've ever used this brand. I personally had never heard of them. I found it on Amazon, thought I'd give it a try, and it's phenomenal. It runs around $170, give or take. Obviously that changes daily. And I believe last time I checked, they had a $10 off coupon on that. I will leave a link in the description that'll bring you to them. It is affiliate link, so I do make a little bit off of that if you guys decide to purchase that, or just use it to do your shopping on Amazon. But yeah, again, it's a Suntekcam. It's right here. It's a Suntekcam, okay, and this is the LTE 4G camera. They have other models, Wi-Fi ones. Standard models, which is just, you take the SIM card out, bring it back to your house, take a look at it, or plug it into your phone. Then they have the Wi-Fi models, and then they have this one, which is a 4G cellular model. Once I get the SIM card on that, I will let you guys know how that works. Cell signals in my area are kind of limited, so we're going to do a little testing and see if it works where I'm at. And if it doesn't, I'll bring it somewhere where it does so we can get some pictures and show you guys how they come through on your phone based on different settings. But anyway, if you guys are looking for a trail camera, this is a great option for you. A little bit on the customer service side of this. Every email and message that I have sent them, they've always responded within 24 hours. I do believe that they are overseas, as most manufacturers nowadays are. So it seems like they tend to send their answers back in the middle of the night for me, which is fine. I mean, as long as they respond, that's what I'm looking for. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout in the messages there and down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Otherwise, you can also contact the company directly and with any questions on their Amazon store. Great people to deal with. Well, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.